So what's up, guys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Another month, another update. It's November already. It's been a little bit longer than I expected for the new video to come up, but stuff happens and here we are, and we have another video. The title might give away the topics that we're gonna talk about here today, but it's gonna be an interesting video. I guarantee you that you will learn something new today about at least 3 bands that you probably have not heard about, and they're local Estonian. So we're drinking this today, no beer, because I'm gonna have beers tomorrow. I'm going to a restaurant and stuff like that, family day out. So today I'm gonna have a Red Bull. I usually drink maybe 5 Red Bulls per year. In general, I don't like, not that I don't like, I'm not a fan of energy drinks. So this is a new one, Pure Cinnamon. Why it caught my eye? Because like I said, it's a new one, and it looks like it's this Christmas edition. Everything has to be cinnamon. This last 2 months in the until the new year, you go everywhere, cinnamon, 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 and of course Mariah Carey is fucking everywhere with her Christmas songs. Yeah, so usually I drink the regular one and the tropic one, the yellow can one. This is a new one, I have not seen it. We're a little bit slow over here in Estonia in getting new stuff. Sometimes it just doesn't come in because maybe it's irrelevant to bring it in because the population is pretty small in the country. So, but anyway, let's open this one up. Like I said, I only drink about 5 of those per year, energy drinks at all, but my brand is Red Bull. Okay, cheers, guys. Yikes. Ugh. Oh my god. Nah. The tropical one and the original one are still... Ugh. Holy fuck. What the fuck? Are still the best. It says pear and cinnamon, but it's kind of sour. In the background, we're listening to the new Akitsa album. So, without further ado, let's roll. We are starting off by an infamous French act. This one. Established in 1998. Also, sorry for the glare, guys. It's exactly 12 in the afternoon right now, and it's fucking dark outside already. So I have to use the additional light, and there will be glare. Sorry, that's the Baltics. That's the winter. So Deathspell Omega, established in 1998, praised by many, and rightfully so, for their unique style of music. They've been basically infamous, I would say, only because of one thing, because of the stupid fucking Bangers TV professional review that they did, where they didn't separate the art from the artist, put a lot of shit on Mikko Aspa, and overall called the band... how did they actually, I'm gonna quote, I think they actually said that they're a bunch of white power pedophiles or something like that. Well, that's a stupid idea. The CD is just a regular CD, as you can see. Very interesting package. This one is released on Season of Mist. So this is a 2007 release. This is a 4th full-length album with a very hard name. Fas ite mali... What the... Yeah, as you can see, Latin is not my strong side. Fas ite maledicti in ignem aeternum. Wow, what a name. This name comes from Bible. It's from Matthew 25:41. It basically translates to divine law. Go ye cursed. Wait a minute. Go ye cursed into eternal fire. Yeah. So divine law, go ye cursed into eternal fire. From Matthew 25 41, and it's an old version of Matthew, by the way. It comes from late 4th century Bible, which is usually referred to as Vulgate. There's a lot of Greek language here, there's a lot of Bible quoting here, and there's a lot of other stuff in here. The album, of course, is, as usual, a conceptual one. It's a pretty... Deathspell Omega albums are pretty hard to understand. Sometimes I feel like that... it's, of course, it's the interpretation of the band, you know. You have to get into the mind of the band to understand what they're singing about, but here we can make assumptions, of course. So it feels like that what they're trying to say here is that they're using, like I said, that passage from the Matthew, from the Bible, and it talks about the separation of the sheep from goats, like how sheep are obedient and how sheep will go to heaven, while goats will not go to heaven, as they're stubborn and they have their own opinion and stuff like that. Also, while using the quotes from the Bible, there are a few things that suggest that again the band is inspired by work of I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing the name right. I think it's Georges Bataille, who was a French philosopher who died in 1962. So, you know, guys, he lived still relatively not that long ago. And he was a guy who basically talked and wrote a lot about religion, mysticism, and surrealism. So all this work is combined here: the Bible, his quotes, and of course the art. The art is an interesting concept here. It also plays into the conceptual thing because it basically depicts a duality of either God casting man from heaven or either God casting Lucifer from heaven. It ties into that concept of sheep and goats, the separation. Thus it kind of creates this nihilism, and overall, combined with the works of Georges Bataille, all of this creates what we can now actually call, what the band calls it themselves sometimes, it's a form of so-called Orthodox Satanism. It's a very hard concept to understand, but if you go to... Basically, it's a concept where, you know, there's a fall of Lucifer, the fall of man. God is separating the good flock from the bad flock, the flock that can think for themselves. He only needs sheep, he's their shepherd. And thus you have this concept of that maybe Lucifer and humans are kind of the same. They need to be their own god. And that kind of is the main point here, and the main point of so-called Orthodox Satanism. A little bit of that. Of course, you're free to interpret it in other ways as you wish. Also, I want to say one thing. If you want to learn more about this album or any other Deathspell Omega album, like I said, they're very hardcore, I would say, to understand, and there's a lot of information in them. What you can do is you can go to the Reddit of Deathspell Omega, and you will see that there is like a huge fucking post, for example, about this album. Everything is translated, the Greek language, the Latin is translated, every passage, everything is explained. It's like a monumental work that they did on that Reddit, and it's a long and hard read, but it will give you an idea about each and every album. And yeah, fuck Bangers TV or whatever their fucking name is. A great band, great ritualistic, unpredictable experience. Every time you put on Deathspell Omega, you never know what will hit you. It's chaotic, like I said, it's ritualistic, it's filled with raging guitar riffs and very, very quiet, almost creepy ambience. Great avant-garde French black metal. Now it's interesting to note, I don't know if you can see this, Season of Mist actually marketed, sold this or did the marketing as progressive black metal. Tour de force of progressive black metal. Now, I don't know, guys. I haven't even actually heard the term progressive black metal, especially used for a band that's more or likely avant-garde black metal. Let me know in the comments actually below if you can maybe name a band that is, you know, progressive black metal. But yeah, Deathspell Omega, 4th full length. Let's try to pronounce it one more time. Fas ite maledicti I ingnem aeternum. My fucking god. A hard name for a great album and a great band from France. Check it out. Okay, now we're going into the tapes. We have 3 tapes. A little bit of backstory here and there, just to make to bring some understanding into the situation. So we're going to take a look in 3 tapes from 3 bands from a label and a group of people that go by the name of Linda Sakovan in Estonia. They are like-minded individuals who like extreme art, extreme music, because we're not only going to talk about black metal here. And yeah, so these are the bands that are currently on that label. One of the bands that we have already talked about, and the one that was released by ex-Death Cult production, which is now Death Prayers, was Coup de Tans. They redid the vinyl and the tape, so you know the stuff is good. So, like I said, without further ado, let's jump into this. We're talking about first this one. This is Soerd, a relatively new project here. Before this release, so this is a 2023 EP, 20 minutes, 5 tracks, goes by Mila Lanova Tvaikevat. Before this one, they had a demo in 2001. So this is a very, very good, humming, buzzing, vibrant, and I would say overall fast-paced black metal with a bit of atmospheric side to it. This is the name of the label and the group, Linda Sakovan. It starts also very interesting. It has a very interesting intro to it. It's like chanting people in the background. All you basically need to know is, you can see in special honor Estonian 90s black metal. So if you want to get familiar with the, again, very creepy artwork, and the overall sound is pretty cold to this one. It has also a great outro. It has a great intro and a great outro, and the music itself, like I said, it has this cold feeling, sharp vocals, but it's very vibrant. And that intro at the end of the album, it like serves you, it almost like relaxes you, you know. It says like, okay, we are now through, we went through all this cold, I don't know, cold atmosphere, and now we're through. A very unique, like I said, project. I really enjoyed this one. It's I can say it's fresh. If you want to get familiar with this kind of music, kind of label, I'll of course gonna leave the links in the description below. Go check it out, maybe pick up some stuff up. The tapes are extremely cheap, 8 euros, they are limited. I got my stuff on Saturday, yeah, went to pick it up. great label, great stuff. Also, like I said, most people probably know Estonia by Lloyd, so which is understandable. I think the tapes are all like from 20 to maybe 50 copies, maybe even less. But yeah, a lot of people know Estonia by Lloyd's in the recent times, probably because of Gold's Magma, which is getting popular, and now the guys are playing outside of Estonia. Also did releases on Nuclear War Now, I think, and the Polish labels. So yeah, but here are more obscure projects, more obscure projects that you can get familiar with. Soerd is one of them. Milanet Väikevat 2023 release on Lindenitsekoven. Great motherfucking black metal. You should check it out. Of course, you don't need to buy anything, just go to their Bandcamp and listen to it. But would be cool if you would support the scene as well, because it's so obscure in Estonia. Like I said, Lloyd still remains the most famous band from Estonia. Rightfully so, but let's also promote some other bands. Which of course we did here with Gold's Magma and Sungihel. But here is some new stuff I think you will enjoy. So finally we have some death metal. Same label. Like I said, they do different kind of music on that label. So this is Tom Veneration. I was lucky enough to see Tom Veneration support Akitsa on this tour when they were in Estonia. Awesome band, very hard-hitting sound. This is their 2022 self-titled, it's self-titled EP. I think it's 5 songs, 23 minutes, and it's death metal. But it's not that kind of, not your typical run from the zombie or run from a serial killer, catchy, riffy death metal. This is more of a mid-paced death metal. It's more of a harsh sound. It's more of a, this kind of hypnotic, rocking, vibrant sound. And of course, judging by the titles of the songs and overall layout and overall sound as well, I can make an assumption that this is more into the occult, more into the mysticism. Maybe even there are some themes of maybe cosmic horror or ritualistic horror, something like that. For example, enshrouded forms of horror, yeah. So you get this immediate feeling that this is not your, like I said, typical black metal. Very cosmic, very atmospheric. In my opinion, this is cosmic and atmospheric. Of course, you need to check it out yourself and make an opinion. Very strong band, very strong live performance as well. Yeah, very good layout here as well. So yeah, Tom Veneration. Sorry, I have a little bit. My voice is going out. Maybe got a little caught. But yeah, check out Tom Veneration as well. Like I said, links will be in the description below. One of the, again, new and prolific bands from Estonia that already did a couple of lives, and you can see released a tape. Also links in the description below. Now we're going to talk about a very interesting project that I enjoyed a lot. I've seen those guys live. These guys live. Those guys live. So, two guys, I think they had a, not maybe drum machine, but the program drums. They were playing in balaclavas, and behind them there was like a screen, like a projection screen that projected stuff like this, old buildings, old TV shows, and connected with crime from Estonia. So this is your true crime band. Maybe the only one in the world. I don't know. All songs are based on crimes in Estonia that took place here. All are real. So, again, released on Lindanisa Coven. Lihunik, which translates to butcher. Established around 2021. I'm guessing it's hard to find out when the bands were established. Here, by the way, as you can see, there's guys here who committed the crimes. And this is a very interesting project because it mixes death metal with a bit of maybe grindcore, but it's not, you know, it's not your typical fast screaming anal cunt grindcore, and again, not your typical death metal. It's more like, it's hard to explain, it's more like revenge mixed with you know, like slower death metal that is very, very hard. Imagine also the drum machine behind the guys when they're playing live. It really created a unique atmosphere. It's like a wall of destructive, oppressive sound attacks constantly on your ears. It's violent, it's dirty, but it's really, really fucking good. So yeah, Lihunik, Butcher. And let's take a look at the logo to give you an idea about Estonian crime and this particular, let's call them death metal, because you know, there's no point in adding grindcore to it, and you know, so we're gonna go with death metal. For example, they have a song, here it is, number 6, Nimme Inimsoja. So basically it's cannibal from Nimme, let's put it like this. Nimme is a region in Tallinn. So this one is about a guy called Johannes Hani. Also, you have to understand that Estonia is a small country, but there's not a lot of like brutal crime. Yeah. So this is one of those cases. This is, like I said, Johannes Hani. He was a guy who was in trouble from his youth. Went to jail a couple of times when he was young, to juvenile jail. He was a bisexual. He was open about it, and he cheated on his wife constantly. Note that the story takes place in 1982, so still a Soviet Union is present here. So on March 6, 1982, he killed a sailor. He cut a pound of his flesh, brought it home, told his wife about it, and told her to cook it. And they cooked it and ate it. Already in May 1982, he climbed into the window of a old lady's house. She was 75 years old. Old man's house. He was 75 years old. Yeah, it was a man. Killed him, cut off his genitals, took him with him. Probably they ate him again. In July, he rapes and kills a 45-year-old woman. And in the same month, he becomes paranoid that his wife is gonna give him away to the police. So what he does, he tries to kill his wife with a hammer. Wife fights back. Just the story is so stupid also. The wife fights back, right? And he smashes her head, but she survives, she fights back. He gets afraid and he takes her to the fucking hospital. In the hospital, they basically, you know, fix her up. And he has a brilliant plan that he will kill with her, you know, to make like a blood oath. And the stupid wife agrees, of course. They try to kill a taxi driver. Wife fucks everything up because she's scared. He stabs the taxi driver in the neck with a with a blade. Taxi driver survives, runs away, calls the cops. Cops are looking for them, but they still, you know, can't find out who exactly those people were. But wife writes a note on work on a typing machine. Basically, she writes a confession, and she doesn't know what to do with this confession, and she leaves the confession on the desk. And some of her colleagues see the confession and they look, oh my god, look at that, those are the murders that are all over in the paper now. They call the police arrest the wife and the husband, and he commits suicide in the cell by hanging himself. Wife gets, I think 15 years or 10 years. Why did she get so little? In Soviet Union they didn't really prosecute women, you know, the harshest thing was like 10 or 15 years. Immigrated to Finland. My Finnish brothers, beware. What a story. And for example, this one here, Kopli Lihunik. Kopli is another part of Tallinn, the region. Lihunik is butcher, so a butcher from Kopli. This one is gonna be pretty fast. It's a story about that took place in 2000s, basically, right? A year 2000. So it's a story about a guy called Vasily Savka. So for unknown reason, at least I didn't understand the reason. Maybe he was drunk, or maybe he suddenly became ill and paranoid. One day Vasily Savka woke up, killed his wife, killed the mother-in-law, and killed his wife's 12-year-old son. What's interesting about this story is, of course, that he separated the flesh from bones. Possibly he ate it because he took some flesh to his summer house where he was trying to hide, because people started asking questions, where's the wife, where's the kids, where's the mother-in-law? And how they found him was also pretty stupid. He tried to flush down some of the flesh down the toilet, but not some. He did it like 7 kilograms. He tried to flush down. The toilet got clogged. The police came. The police first didn't believe it, but it turned out that it was human flesh, and basically that's how they caught him. So yeah, there you go. This is the true crime of Estonia, basically. So I hope you guys enjoyed this update. It was pretty fast, pretty rapid, but it was something unique, something new, something you can check out, and hopefully something you can support. I'll for sure see you in December with a new video. Don't know which one is gonna be, the regular one or the politically incorrect one. Currently I have more stuff for the politically incorrect one though. So we shall see. Alright, as usual, stay safe, stay frosty, think for yourself, stay fucking black metal. See you around.